Why hello there, and welcome to Swadarorg Short Rest. The same sassy reviews you know and love, just in a smaller package. And in this episode, I'll be looking at 5 one-page RPGs from the One Page RPG Jam, which took place recently on the itch.io. I personally created 2 games for it, Head the Severed and Now You Are a Zombie. But I'm not here to talk about my games. There are details and links in the description if you want to check those out. And I should point out that these aren't like the 5 best or anything. Honestly, I didn't even look at the majority of the 170 submissions. This is just like my 5 favorites out of the ones that I happened to look at because they seemed interesting, presented in a rough order of how much I like them. And also, since they're so small, I am just going to rate them as being good, middling, or poor based on their concept, execution, and aesthetics. So let's get into this with our first game, Gruesome Ghoulies, the spooky RPG of cartoon hijinks. A game clearly inspired by Groovy Ghoulies, a show of which I am somewhat fond because I have bad taste. And the game does try to capture that kooky 1960s counterculture vibe of the show, and thematically I think it does an okay job, and the D20 opposed roll system is fine. The issue is the actual structure of the game, in which the players are given some goal they're supposed to accomplish, and a nemesis who is opposing them. That sounds fairly normal, but that whole part of the game is only supposed to last 6 to 10 rounds, followed by a 6-round hot rod race and a 9-round battle of the bands. Like, that's how every game is supposed to go, and it just kind of feels like they're trying to cram way too much stuff into a super small space. So, a cool idea, which was not incredibly well executed, and looks okay. And next up, Franz Kafka, the TTRPG Experience, a game about the random, meaningless, and repetitive nature of existence. Fun! In the game master sets up a scene, then the players can talk to each other and roll their dice, and this continues until one player loses by expressing desire that the dice impacted the story in some way. And obviously the players are not to know that those are the rules. So, an excellent idea. I like those kind of highly conceptual things, and it was very well executed, and it also looks really nice. The only reason it's so low on the list is because it is much more of a conceptual experience than it is a game. Which brings us to Skatepunk, a game about skateboarding, which, from what I understand, is a thing that the cool kids do. The game itself is played by flicking coins on a table, trying to hit obstacles to earn tricks, or avoid them to evade the police. And that's about it. So a fun but not really revolutionary idea, some interesting gameplay, but a bit less on the role-playing side, and it does look pretty good though. And now, Bag of Holding, a solo procedural dungeon crawling RPG, which, as you may have guessed, is a game where you explore a randomly generated dungeon, which is done by drawing dice from a bag for rooms and challenges, and then rolling said dice and rolling your dice against them to see how things go. It is a very interesting concept, but has some issues, like the dice type just not really being equally likely to be drawn just due to the differences in their size and shape, and it is very much substance over style. And finally, the Secret RPG Crossoverse, a game in which players create whatever kind of character they want from any genre without knowing what the game is going to be about. This is done by defining characters by aspects with various dice sizes, which can be skills, powers, equipment, whatever defines your character. So whether you're a unicorn, a cowboy, or a transformer, you can build your character with the same set of rules and throw them into a comically mismatched scenario, which sounds like a lot of fun. So, great concept, and very well executed, like, to the point that I'm jealous I didn't think of it first. And, it looks okay. Honestly, the images are placed so poorly that I kinda think it would have looked better without them. And there we have it. 4 one-page RPGs that I kinda like, and 1 that I really like. So, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit all the lovely buttons, like, subscribe, etc. And let me know if you like this new format for smaller and less traditionally structured games. I might do more of them. And of course, any other games that I should check out, down in the comments. And I will see you next time.